Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone is good, protected, blessed, ascending, amazing, going up that ladder to the highest possible frequency oscillation possible, reaching that higher self, reaching reaching your goals. You have pinnacles that you want to reach. You have a blueprint that you want to accomplish. So I'm sending you positive energy while you are on that journey. So I just wanted to talk to you about some of the obstacles, some of the stuff that we face, and some of the sources of these obstacles that we have on our path. We have a lot, especially if you're a starseed or you're a light worker. You have a lot. You have a lot of different types of harnesses that are built into the environment. These are all things to stop your progress. It's a lot of mind control. They control your body parts. They want to control your nervous system, your medulla oblongata. It's a lot of subtle forces, a lot of subtle subatomic forces, a lot of sub-elementals that are in the galaxy. Especially if you move around a lot, they see. They know you put stuff out in the universe. You are a radio wave yourself. You are a light yourself. You are an activator yourself. So sometimes you've gone and you've activated a place, just your presence being there, and next thing you know, you're attacked by the NAAs, you're attacked by the Archons, you're attacked by off-planet, you're attacked by world governments, world armed forces, because it's not just your state armed forces. It's the whole world armed forces. It's like the UN. It's like a united force. So nobody wants you to reach your. Nobody wants you to reach your pinnacles. Nobody wants you to reach your to activate your true treasures, because we are gods, we are goddesses, we are divine creatures, we are divine masculines and divine feminines, and we have a divine blueprint. So nobody wants you to do that. So a couple of things. If you find yourself that you are, for an example, for me. I know for me, this is like a very independent channel that I have. It's very only me. It's very only me inspired. So I know that as a divine woman, even though I'm a divine feminine God, I know, and I am a divine masculine as well, integrated. I know that I'm going to have a lot of patriarchs attacking my channel, because right now it's male domination. Right now, I don't know where you're at, and it really doesn't matter where you're at, especially other countries. This is male domination energy. We're operating, especially for females, and especially for those men who have more, who haven't really embodied their masculinity, who have embodied more feminine energy. We're dealing with heavy masculine energy. Everything is regulated by the masculine, by the patriarchs. So right now we're living in an anti-patriarch society, anti-patriarch world, anti-patriarch lenses. Okay, this is an anti-patriarch foundation, codes, algorithms, bases, templates, archetypes, software programs, agendas, gatekeepers, grids, grails, rule points. You have so many gatekeepers that are trying to keep women. This wasn't geared towards women, but I'm just gonna go there. Because I'm just being led to women. We have a lot of patriarch. It goes all the way up. I mean, it goes past the seven heavens. It goes extremely way up. You have the patriarch that is heavily dominating everything, and their gatekeepers are definitely influencing everything that is to embody and to rebirth the matriarch system, the matriarch feminine, divine feminine. You don't really see a lot of matriarch divine feminines doing anything. You really don't hear the matriarch divine goddess voice anymore. Her voice is really not here anymore. Her voice is not being echoed and being transmitted into the atmosphere. Her voice has been lost and captured in the cosmic monad. Her voice has definitely been stifled and lost. They really don't want to hear the matriarch divine goddess voice. You have a lot of lunar, moon chain, dark goddesses, dark queens, very dark. They are. This has been around forever, So right now we have a huge battle on our hand. We have a very, very big battle for the voice of the divine feminine matriarch. There has been a lot of things to stifle her voice, stifle her thoughts, stifle her lenses, stifle her platforms, stifle her body parts, stifle her spiritual awakening, stifle her spiritual growth, stifle her spiritual evolution, her spiritual reclamation. There's been a lot to stifle the divine matriarchs. You see a lot of dark mothers, a lot of dark women, a lot of dark, just by their behavior, the agenda that they push, the mind the mental games that they play, the energy that they embody, everything about it. You could tell the dark lunar forces from the divine. There's not a lot of divine matriarchs right now. There's not a lot of divine platform. There's not a lot of true divine platforms. So you can believe that if your agenda is to speak truth, is to evolve, is to learn your lessons. This is about soul growth. It's about learning your lessons. It's about facing every challenge head on. It's about not backing down, knowing your right, standing up for yourself. It's about incorporating, embodying, clearing timelines, clearing personal timelines. You have personal timelines that you need to clear. You have personal lessons that you need to also still learn. You know, it's about truly standing in your power. What is your power? What power do you want to embody? Who is it that you want to embody right now in this reincarnation? You have reincarnated to past reincarnation, so you do not have to reincarnate again. So there are many lessons that you have to go through, many layers that you have to go through. You have to cut through all of the NAAs, the archons, the world governments, the world corporate entities. A lot of these companies that have dark agendas are backed by dark companies that have power plants and power sources off planet. So they have satellites off planet. They have portals off planet, satellites off planet. They have a lot of signaling from off planet. So you have to just be very careful, be very mindful. Also about the channels that you watch on YouTube, on social media, you have to be very careful. A lot of people are activators. They activate either good, dark, or light. You have a lot of dark activators and you have a lot of light activators. You have to be very careful, because your soul is very sensitive. Your soul is very sensitive. Your soul needs you. That's why you have to go through these lessons, so your soul can integrate these lessons, and your soul can recognize, you know, these agents that have these subtle, very subtle anti-particle and particle soul capturing devices. There's a lot of drones. There's a lot of stellar drones, galactic drones, off-planet drones. There's just a lot of drones. They're very subtle. You know, the world government cooperates with a lot of extraterrestrials. I mean, extraterrestrials are just our guardians. You call them angels. You have good ones and you have bad ones. And if you're a light worker, obviously you work with your good guardians. And if you're a shadow worker, you probably work with both. Like, I consider myself a shadow worker because I'm always dealing with gatekeepers. Even though I activate light and I bring awareness to light, and even just my presence is going to activate you. And it's either you're going to receive it or you're going to reject it. But it's going to activate something in you. It's going to shine some light on something in you. So you'll deal with a lot of gatekeepers. If you feel like you're in a confrontation and you have no idea what this confrontation is, it is more than likely you're dealing with a subtle force gatekeeper. And they're just manifesting through that person. So whatever it is unmanifest that you are trying to manifest, if it is not manifest yet and it is in a state of unmanifest, better believe that there is a gatekeeper that is keeping that thing that you're trying to manifest locked. Okay, because we do have locks. We do have ethereal locks, astral locks, galactic locks. We have locks, mind locks. We have body locks. We have all types of locks, density locks, dimension locks. We have all types of locks. So you better believe that gatekeeper is enforcing that. That gatekeeper is enforcing whatever it is that you're trying to recapture, even though it is rightfully yours, even though you have rightful inheritance to it. They never planned on you waking up. They never planned on you waking up and realizing that you are actually entitled to these levels of consciousness. They never planned on you actually claiming your consciousness. Okay, your consciousness was never you claiming your authentic consciousness was never in their plan. They never thought that you would actually wake up and become independent and actually know that you're a free agent. Okay, they always thought that they would have control over you, so they just locked up all different elements of your consciousness, which can be elemental body parts, elemental mind functions, elemental lenses. You have elemental lenses, you have everything that you have in the physical, you have in the spiritual. That's why I said you have to watch my other video about the etheric weapons, because any type of weapon that they can use on you in the physical, they can use on you in the spiritual. Like, I have been shot many times. I have been shot many times in the astral realm and in the etheric realm. They have shot me. They have injected something called monkeys. You know, I see them. You know, I can see. My third eye is very active. They have tried to capture my third eye as well, so that I cannot see. And they capture these parts and then they bury them and then they lock them up. Even though it's your body, you have to always reclaim these energies. We're just energy. It's just a big cosmic field of energy, and it's just how you handle that energy. How do you manifest that energy? How do you manage it? How do you handle it? How do you handle your energy? So basically that's basically it. Like I said, I have the gift of the third eye. I have a gift of seeing stuff. So they have tried to shut down my third eye many times. And you know why? A lot of these world governments, a lot of their agents are not able to develop. They've already basically sold their soul, sold their spirit, they've sold their body parts, they've sold their regular functions. So now they don't have any natural capabilities, no natural psychic gifts, no natural. They are artificial psychics. They're psionics. They're just artificially generated. You know, they're astral robots. There's something called astral robots. They come into the field, they come into the energy field, the morphogenetic field, and they track all of the light workers and star seeds and indigos and crystal children. They track all of those who are on ascension path. They track you. So anytime you feel like you're frustrated or something is happening, there's definitely something happening. They could be tying up your lines, they could be tying up your grids, your lines, your throat chakra. You know, if you feel like you can't speak, there could be something happening with your throat chakra. There could be something happening if there's something going on with your head. More than likely, there's some type of mind control machine. There's some type of mind control injection, some type of mind control contraption, inserts, hologram, signal, computer. They use computers. They use signals. They use inserts. They use all types of things that you can think of. Everything that you can see in the physical, they have in the spiritual. They really do. So anytime your body is hurting, you do a body scan, and you have to really you have to activate your abilities. The more you activate your abilities to remove these things from your energy and from your universe, because you are your universe. Anytime that you start to activate these things, is the more that will be given to you. Okay, is the more that your guardians will connect with you. So yeah, so anytime you're awakening, and if you're building a platform, believe that if your platform is truly authentic, and your platform is truly called and is truly a divine platform for truth, for liberation, and for truth and justice and non-violence and peace and divinity. Because in divinity, when we're working with the divine gods and goddesses, they are not looking at our skin color at all. They're not looking at our skin color. The skin color is the least thing that they're worried about. What they're looking at is your soul, your spirit, your mind. They're looking at your state of consciousness. They're looking at if you're able to grasp lessons, if you're open, if you're willing to learn. They're looking for your insight. They're not looking at your skin color. So that is also another consciousness trap. Anything that can divide you from somebody is definitely a consciousness trap. So you definitely have to be aware of your own internal dialogues, your own internal mess, your own internal waste, your own internal barriers, because the divine is not looking at white, black, yellow, red, or anything like that. The divine gods are not looking at those type of things. They're not looking at that. That could actually be a limitation for you, because you probably have ancestors of all creeds and races and ethnicities, and you don't even know them, and they probably have some jewels and treasures spiritually, of course, laid up for you somewhere. They probably left you their inheritance. They probably had gifts, healing hands. People have a lot of healing hands. They could give healing codes. Some people have light code gifts where they could activate light codes in you. Your ancestors could have left you those jewels and those tools and those gifts. So you have to just be very mindful. You have your mindset about everything is very important on this journey. You have to just be, in order to really connect with true divinity and true consciousness and to go to the next level, if you're trying to get to the next level, you have to definitely deal with these barriers, your own internal dialogue, because the more that you free yourself is the less they have to fight with you about. The more that you reclaim parts of you, parts of stuff that you're connected to. If your ancestors left you something, you better believe that person is watching you spiritually to make sure you never get it. And if you choose to gather those gifts, those healing codes and those embody those stuff, believe it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge. Believe you me, a lot of psychics, like I have said, I have mentioned this before on my channel, a lot of psychics that you go to, a lot of their gifts are artificial. Okay, sometimes you can tell a fraudulent psychic because they have no empathy, they have no compassion, they have no humanity. Okay, they have no light. Okay, they have nothing to really offer you. They're really artificial. They are artificially inseminated. They're artificial. Their gifts are artificial. Their source, everything has a source. Their source is artificial. Okay, their sources are artificial. Their information is artificial. Some of them even sound robotic. You can even tell like they're robotic. You can just tell an authentic source from an inauthentic source. And if you can't, these are gifts that you're going to have to develop. Okay, these are gifts that you're going to definitely have to develop. I'm sorry. And you have to be very careful because some of these psychics are also portals. They are also activators. Some of them are dark activators. So you give them your information, you exchange energies with them, and then guess what? You're put on their artificial program. Their handlers come and capture you. They can capture you that way as well because everything is a portal, everything is a source. So you have to definitely be careful about the type of psychics that you go to, about the type of things that you entertain. The type of things that you entertain is very important. Even me, I always say my channel is a safe channel. My channel is not, I am not your guru. We are conversating. You are allowed to talk to me. We're allowed to share information. It's a neutral channel. I have no agenda other than to spread the truth, other than to, if you're looking for activation, the only way you can come to my channel is if you're looking for activation. If there's something in you that needs to be activated, I am definitely not in control of my channel. I'm definitely not. The guardians are in full control of who comes here and who doesn't come here. This is a very strong, potent, light activation. A lot of darkness will be revealed within yourself. A lot of truth will be revealed. A lot of stuff will be revealed to you. And if you're not at the level to receive that information, you're not even going to be here. So you have a lot. This was a handful. I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for supporting me. If you have anything further to add, please do let me know. Also, you might hear some music in the background. That's my neighbors, and I do apologize. But you know, music is energy, is frequencies. As long as it's giving you good vibes, that's really all that matters. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching.